Large language models are everywhere today, from chat applications to autonomous agents. But as developers, we often see these cool tools and libraries being built with Python first. Does that mean that you have to learn Python in order to develop LLM applications? Not anymore. With Langchain4j, you can develop powerful LLM based applications directly in Java, that too with a few lines of code. Langchain4j brings the same concepts we have seen in Langchain for Python. So using different LLM providers, chaining steps and building agents, all beautifully developed with Java developers in mind. So now you can continue to be in your Java comfort zone and still develop powerful LLM based AI applications. Hi, I am Ashish here and welcome back to Coders Academy channel. So now let's first take a look at the GitHub location for Langchain4j. So I've gone to the github.com/langchain4j, Langchain4j. So it says it's a Java version of the Langchain released under the Apache 2 license. And now if we come down, so you can see a lot of packages and folders are already provided here. So looks like it's actively being developed and maintained by a list of 254 contributors as of now. So let's take a look at the description. So what are the features? Okay, so it provides you a unified way of interacting with the LLM providers like OpenAI or Google, Gemini, Vertex AI, as well as the vector stores like Pinecone, Milvus that use proprietary APIs. Okay, and there's a comprehensive toolbox where you can develop applications using a range of tools from low-level prompting templates, chat memory management, function calling to high-level patterns like agents and RAGs. Okay, they provide you a lot of examples to get inspiration and learning from. So they have given a link of all the examples here. Now there's a brief history that they have incorporated below where they say that the development started in the early 2023 and has taken inspiration from Langchain, Haystack, Llama Index, etc. You can pause the video and go through that history. There's a link for the documentation which we will refer to in the next section of demo. I'll show you how the documentation is composed and some examples from there. There's some getting started guide here, some code examples here. One beauty is like they have already done examples in plain Java. They have examples in Spring Boot, Helidon, then Micronaut architect. Micronaut is a framework for developing applications. Even Quarkus is an application framework. So they have given you ample examples for Quarkus, Spring Boot, Helidon, Micronaut, and even if that is not comfortable for you, you can develop applications in plain Java. Some useful materials and request features and contribution. Okay, so that's all we have from the GitHub location. Now without further ado, let's jump into the demos. Before we jump into the demos today, make sure that you watch the video till the end, because if you skip the steps, it can get very difficult to come back on track. Secondly, all the code that I will show in this video will be available on my GitHub location. Link to the GitHub is available in the description box. Before we start with today's tutorial, make sure that you have Eclipse and Java installed on your machine. I have already done that. I have Java version 21 and the latest Eclipse is installed on my laptop. Once you have done that, you have to create a new project, say new maven project, and follow this simple wizard to create the new project. So you provide your group ID, artifact ID and say finish. Once you have done that, you will get something like this in your package explorer. Okay, now in this you open the pom.xml file. In the pom file, what I have done is I have defined certain properties. The properties are maven compiler version 11, the target is also 11, the source encoding is UTF-8. If you wish, you can change this. The Lang4j version that I am using is 0.34.0. So based on that, you can also set the appropriate version of Langchain4j. Now we'll add the dependencies. So the first dependency I've added is the core library for Langchain4j. So this is what the dev ID, the group ID and the artifact ID looks like, and this Langchain4j version is picked up as a property from the properties section like this. Okay. Similarly, you will also have something called as the Langchain4j Google AI Gemini, and the version of Langchain4j remains the same. Make sure that you have created a Gemini API key. You can do that by following one of my earlier videos, or you can directly create that from the Google Gemini portal after you log in using your Google credentials. Once you have got the API key for Google, you have to set that as an environment variable in the Windows properties. Once you have done that, you have to just restart the Eclipse and it will be accessible to the Eclipse environment. Last but not the least, there is a dependency that I have added for the logging purpose. It's called as SLF4j. It's optional, but if you wish, you can add it in your project. Now let's take a look at a very basic example of interaction with the LLM model. So I have created a class called as Gemini chat example here. I have defined a private static final string variable here called as Gemini model, and I am using Gemini 1.5 flash model. So I have defined the main function here where I have defined the API key which is getting read from the system environment variable. So I have created an environment variable called Gemini API key, and that is what I will read in this variable called API key. This is a basic validation that I have added. If it is not defined, just give appropriate error message. Now the main part of the code happens here. If you look at the documentation for Langchain4j, let me show you that. So this is the documentation. Okay, so get started. So here is the POM snippet. Okay, accordingly we have also mentioned it there. It's just that I have used a version 0.34, and then after that is done, yeah, this is the way in which you can get started. So first you have to create an chat model for the appropriate provider. In this case they have given the example of OpenAI chat model. It uses a builder pattern to create the model. So it's builder.api key with the API key, the model name, and then we say .build. After you have got this model instance, you can directly chat with it by providing your prompt as an input variable, and the answer you get back you can print it to the system console. So exactly that is what we will do here. So instead of OpenAI, we will use Google AI Gemini chat model. This is what the class we get from this dependency. So .builder, .api key, we got the API key here, .model name, so we got the model name from here at the top, and then temperature. If you wish you can set it, otherwise you can skip it completely. There are some other properties that you can set. You can take a look at the documentation for this library. So now once you have got the instance of the Gemini chat model, you just have to call generate. In this case it is called as generate method. I have passed in the prompt as a parameter to the generate method. So can you tell me about Java programming? And the answer that I get from the LLM model is picked in the variable response, which I am just printing it to the console. So very simple code, 4 or 5 lines of code at max, and with the help of that you can easily interact with the LLM model of your choice. So I'll quickly revise the steps. I have defined the Gemini model at the top. I have read the API key from the environment variable. I created the chat model based on the builder pattern, provided the API key, the model name, temperature, .build. Now this model.generate, pass the prompt that you wish to get answer on, and it is captured in the response variable which I am printing to the console. So let's run this and see what answer we get. Yeah. So this is what response we get from the Gemini model. So Gemini response says, so if you look here, it is here, Gemini response plus response. So this is the response. Java is a high level class-based programming language that's widely used. Some key features, platform independence, robustness, multi-threading, this, that. What is it used for? Enterprise application, web development, big data, game development, getting started, and in summary. So you can pause the video and go through the details if you wish to, but in a sense this demo now shows that we are able to interact with the Gemini LLM model. In the second demo, I'll show you a different way to interact with the LLM models. It is called as the AI services way. Okay, so before we look at the code, let me show you the documentation. So I've gone to the Langchain4j documentation here. So let's read this together. We have been covering low-level components like chat model, chat message, and chat memory. So the model that we had earlier adopted was using this, which was a chat model, okay, chat language model. So what it says is like working at this level gives you a lot of flexibility, but it forces you to write a lot of boilerplate code, okay. And a typical LLM powered application, you will require several such components, which makes orchestrating them all cumbersome, okay. And hence, in order to focus on the business logic, what they have done is they have also provided us with two high-level components called as AI services and chains. Now chains is a legacy component, so I am not worrying about this now. Today in this demo we will look at the AI services, okay. So we propose another solution called AI services tailored for Java. The idea is to hide the complexities of interacting with the LLMs, we know that, and it follows an approach which is very similar to Spring Data JPA. This is very important, okay. So what it says is like you have to declaratively define an interface with the desired API. So you have to start with an interface, and whatever API you want to write, you add that to the interface. And then Langchain4j provides a proxy object that implements this interface. And that is what it means, the approach very similar to Spring JPA, okay. So again, we have to define an interface with the desired API in that, and then Langchain4j will provide a proxy object that implements this interface, okay. You can think about this as very similar to the service component in your application, okay, and hence the name as AI services. So it's important to note this part of the implementation. So below here they have given us the example. So interface, so they have started with the name of the interface and they have given the API. The API that they have taken is some chat API here. So the signature is input parameter string user message, and it gives you a string output. And then you can make use of the builder method like the way we have done before. You pass the API key, model name, and .build, and then AI services class can be built as a .create, okay, and we pass in the interface class and the model name. Or there is another way to do that via system messages. So we will follow this method where interface will be defined, a system message will be given as an annotation there, and then you can create the AI services .builder, give the name of your interface class, chat model, message, and build. So hopefully this is clear to you. Now let's look at the code. So what I have done here is I have created a separate interface class as they have instructed in the documentation. So public interface assistant service. Here I have given the system message annotation that you are a helpful Java programming assistant, and here is the method signature that I want. And this is the second class that I have created called as advanced Gemini example. Like before, I have defined a static final string Gemini 1.5 flash model, okay, and the main method starts here. Now I am reading the API key like before from the environment variable, okay. Further down, what I have to do is I have to create the Gemini chat model using the builder design pattern, okay. So Google AI Gemini chat model.builder, I'll pass the API key, the model name, temperature, and .build. So this gives me my model object. Now the next step what they have said is AI service has to be created, okay. So here again we will make use of the builder pattern. So AI services .builder, and here you have to pass the class file of the assistant service. Okay. Now .chat language model is the model that we created before and .build. So I'll repeat here, AI services.builder pattern is used. We provide the class file for the interface. We provide the model that we created earlier and then we say build. Okay. Now what I have done is I have created some sample questions. So 3 questions I am taking in a string array. What is the difference between array list and linked list? Can you show me a simple example of Java stream? And what are the benefits of using Maven in Java projects? So now we iterate over each of those questions, one question at a time. Here is one question. And then we pass that question as a prompt to this assistant we created earlier, .chat. Here is my question. This is the response. Print the response and follow it the same for the second question and the third question. Okay. So hopefully this code will be clear and simple enough for you to understand. Let me run this and see what output we get. So here comes our first question. What is the difference between array list and linked list? So we got the answer. Now comes the second question and the third question. Over. Okay. So let's take a look at this. The first question was the difference between array list and linked list. So both are implementations of list. Some other information is also there. You can go through it from here. Okay. Underlying data structure, performance characteristics, some tabular information it has given, some explanation on the performance, memory usage, when to use which, and then summary. Can you give me a simple example of Java stream? Yes, the example demonstrates a simple Java stream that filters a list of numbers. Okay. So that's a sample code, then a brief explanation of that code and the output that you should get. Now what are the benefits of using Maven? So it has given you some explanation about that question as well. So that was the second demo for today, where we made use of the AI services mechanism to interact with the Gemini LLM model. So as Java developers, we no longer have to sit on the sidelines of the AI revolution. With the help of Langchain4j, we too can develop powerful LLM-based AI applications. It is as simple as importing a library into your project without having to learn a new language like Python. If you like the content that I have made, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your fellow Java friends so that they can also experiment with the AI applications using Java without switching to Python. Thank you so much for watching.